Hey everyone, I'm Nick.
And I'm Mom.
Welcome back to another video. And today we're making my famous peanut butter bars, protein bars. And I make these a lot. They're much cheaper than buying peanut butter bars and protein bars in the stores. And I always make a big batch and give my mom half.
Oh yeah, I make out.
Yeah. They're kind of similar to perfect bars. That's the closest resemblance, I think, but they're unique. They're not quite perfect bars. So let's get started. So I have all the dry ingredients in a bowl already, and the amounts will be in the description below. So it's pretty simple and forgiving. You don't have to have the exact protein powders, but in baking, I use pea protein for this. So if you don't use a plant-based protein and you use whey, you almost have to double the amount, because like pea protein, plant-based protein soaks up way more liquid.
So double the amount of protein.
Yeah. Right. And it doesn't have to be exact, but
he knows
pretty
about
close.
Protein, not me.
Yeah, I use protein powder in baking a lot. It's true. So the wet ingredients, the base is peanut butter, mostly. This one, for this recipe, I'm using all peanut butter. You can use almond butter for all of it, but it will be a little drier.
So what do you add? If you use almond butter,
you up the liquid, the coconut oil and maple syrup a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
I like to use a little bit of almond butter. So you could sub out some almond butter, maybe like a fifth of it.
Mix it up.
Sub out some peanut butter. So we're gonna get this on a double boiler.
Is my job to stir?
Yeah, you could. Yeah. So let's see. We are going to add maple syrup.
And what's in here? Just peanut butter?
Just peanut butter right now. Yeah. So we're gonna add some maple syrup.
Oh, good. Oh, that makes it a little easier.
I know. Yeah. I used to just microwave all this, and I wanted to cut down on the calories and the fat. So I found by using a double boiler, you don't need as much liquid and fat, which is crazy.
That's
I would have never thought that. Yeah. So I experimented a little bit. This way you can cut down on the peanut butter.
Good thing you did.
I know. So let's grab a little more maple syrup. Oh, yeah,
so I have it on high enough?
Yeah, well, you don't want it boiling too much. Like
so I have it like almost near low, medium low.
Yeah.
That's good?
Yeah, that's good. Getting all the honey.
Last time we made something, it was mine, and I did most of the work. This time, I'm the assistant.
Yeah. I see that, honey? Get it with the spoon a little bit. There you go.
Now you have peanut butter on.
I know.
That didn't work.
All right. And vanilla.
Wow,
yeah, that's good enough.
Simmering nicely.
Let's do vanilla. You know, you could put a lot if you want to taste it more. So I'm just gonna do a teaspoon.
Okay.
There we go. So just until everything's combined, that's when the mixture's done. All right, so the wet mixture is done over the double boiler. Here's the texture. Alright, so now we just combine the dry into the wet. I like to do the dry into the wet. It doesn't matter, but like you save a bowl. Because if they're both with the mixture, it helps save a dish. And here's all the protein powder, coconut flour, almond flour. Now we'll just mix.
How many flours?
You
2 or
mean
3?
Almond and coconut?
Oh,
just
two.
Yeah, two. Yeah, just 2. Now it might seem a little crumbly, kind of like a scone, right? So when you squeeze it, I'll show you, when you squeeze it, it should hold together nicely.
I see some chocolate in a bowl. My favorite.
I know.
Oh my God, look, it's coming together nicely.
Yeah, exactly. And you want moisture. You can feel it in your hands. If it's way too dry, add a little water or nut milk. Perfect.
Look at that, holding together nicely. So it doesn't need any water? You like that
No,
consistency?
it does not need water. Okay. No. And I'll help it, it will firm up in the pan too as well. So that's all set. All right, so this is done. The mixture's all done. I just showed you the texture. Now you can put it in a glass container, something for it to set in the fridge. Yeah, you can line it with parchment or wax paper.
All right, we're using the wax paper.
Yeah, we're using wax paper. Just put the whole blop.
Blop.
Just blop it in. And you can firm it or form it with your hands. It's pretty easy to form. Just not like it doesn't form right away, but it's not that bad.
So this is a rectangle baking dish.
Yeah.
Will we need the whole thing?
About, yeah. This
Okay.
is a 9 by 13.
I think so.
9 by
9 by
13.
12, 9 by 13.
8 by 8's fine. You can make them thick, as thick as you want. It really matters. It doesn't matter.
It's individual taste.
Yeah, you can cut them into little squares or long bars, protein bars.
Right, you can do
Exactly.
whatever you want. You're not cooking it. You
Yeah.
don't have to bake it.
Exactly.
Looks like you're having fun with Play-Doh.
I know.
Going back to childhood.
Yep. The edges you gotta kind of shape the edges a little more than the middle. Takes a minute or two. Use those thumbs.
That looks good.
All done. Perfect rectangle. Okay, so we're all done shaping it. And here's how it looks. There you go. Like I just showed you too. So now you can have it set in the fridge. Now, toppings optional. We're doing a little bit of chocolate, dark chocolate, for that chocolate layer on top. You don't have to, and you can even mix nuts in it. I don't like to do too many.
I like it creamy.
Yeah, I don't like really. I mean, I like nuts in some things, but if you put too many, it will dry it out.
Yeah.
Also, and
it's just so creamy, and then you get that little bit of dark chocolate on top. I like that.
Exactly. So you can set it in the fridge. I started setting it in the fridge for 40 minutes, and then I would put chocolate on top. I didn't like that because it wasn't combined. Like you would bite the chocolate and the layer would just flake off. Yeah.
Like a candy bar on top of it.
Yeah, it wasn't part of it.
Okay.
So I actually, let's see. Yeah, just put it in the fridge, and while it's in the fridge, you just start the chocolate right away, melting it.
Microwave?
Microwave. Yeah. Easier than the double boiler.
All right, you want me to spoon it on?
Yeah, sure.
And then you could spread.
This is a thin layer, so for this recipe I use about 45 grams of chocolate. It'll be a thin layer. I don't want it to be like a legit dessert.
Right.
You could put more, but this kind of substitutes protein bars you can buy in the store.
All right, so this is
Just
very thin.
Spread the best you can. Oh, and we are obsessed now with Tony's chocolate only bars, those big bars. Oh my God, they're so good.
Big? They're not big enough.
Jeez, Mom.
I know. And then we have your dad hooked on them too.
Yeah, he used to be a white chocolate person. But yeah, they're so good. Sometimes at Whole Foods they go on sale for like $2 for a huge bar. They're normally like $5, which is not that bad.
Hook me up.
Yeah.
How's that? It doesn't have to be perfect, right?
Nah.
It doesn't have to be covering every single surface.
Like a pizza crust.
Yeah.
Leave some of the edge.
How's that?
That's good. That's good. So these are all set with the chocolate, and now you can set them in the fridge until they firm up. It's about 30 to 45 minutes, and then you can cut them however you want.
Do you have to cover them? No.
In the fridge? No, you don't have to cover them. And then they last at room temp. I put them in the freezer kind of right away. I save like a bar or two for the next few days, and then I put the rest in the freezer, but probably lasts a week or two on the counter, and then in the fridge they last a lot longer, and freezer, whatever.
Oh, you don't have to refrigerate them.
Nah, you don't have to.
If you're going to eat them within a day or two.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll pop these in the fridge and then cut them up. Okay, so it's all set, firming up in the fridge, and now we're gonna cut them up.
Yay!
Almost the best part. And we like to do them in bars.
I like bars.
Bar size, yeah. Around like 220 calories each or so. I'll do that after the exact calories per bar. So let's.
I like the bars. It makes me feel like I'm having more than a square.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so they're all cut, and I'm gonna take half and give Mom half.
I score.
There they are. You can cut them up into little squares, whatever you prefer. They don't have to be perfect. You know, you're not selling them, mass producing them.
No.
So.
No. You want imperfect.
Yeah.
Imperfectly perfect.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope you enjoy this recipe, and thanks so much. Till next time.
Thank you.